Hello boys and girls, I hope you're all doing well. I thought I'd make a video and share what the conquest is, the new Vancouver one, and we got two new officers, and Operation Athena will be getting a few changes, so I thought I should review them. Yes, I know I'm a bit lazy, I'm not dead, I'm still alive, I'm kicking, and I want to give you guys my take on Warpath. So moving on, we have a new versatile officer for ground.
Gotta clear my head.
Name's Margarita, which is a drink. I don't know why they would name her that, but I'm not even gonna try to like pronounce that. But speaking of her skill damage, 850, so 1800 skill damage, and if the target's HP falls below 75, does another 250, so that's 2350, which I think pain does the same, but pain does less. Yeah, if it's over 70% HP, pain's gonna do more damage, and this chick does more damage if it is under 75. So you can pair those two together, they're not bad. Then comes damage intensity of this troop, 15%, pretty standard, but when in the field, 30% more FP. This is basically the same stat, so this equals to 30% damage intensity when in the field. There's another officer which gives you this. She gives you 5% more actually. Vindicta's second skill. So as you can see, 15 to 20, 35% damage intensity, in the field. Even 30% damage intensity in the field is actually insane.
Gotta clear my head.
Then we have this, which is kind of a stupid skill in my opinion. I mean, it's good for like tanks, but doesn't really do much. I think this chick gives you dodge, right? Yeah, so 8% on that. Marco doesn't give you dodge, right? Yeah, Marco does not, so she does. But I would not put this. No, I would not put this chick with her. So not bad. I mean, a decent take. And then a standard balance skill, 10% damage resist. So I actually made these two skills because I'm gonna be using them. I'm gonna be interchanging them. So if I'm going PvP, I'm gonna probably put this on. And if I'm not, then I'm probably gonna put this on. And her awaken skill actually is really interesting. So has a 75% chance, which is good. Saber should learn a bit from this chick, but we're not going to talk about that. Change of the plan. Okay, so either a flashbang or tear gas, so 75% chance, and after that 75% there's a 50-50 chance of hitting either one. So flashbang will shock the target for 1 second. So basically, shock means they won't hit you back, I believe. A debuff that causes troops normal attack. Yes, good. While the tear gas will delay the target's current skill prep time by 1 second, which is not bad. Like on an artillery, even on tanks, this is really good. If you can hit your skill 1 second earlier than the other guy, that could mean you win. So this skill can trigger every 8 seconds. So when it hits a skill, it has a 75% chance, okay? With an equal chance of deploying, of course. So there's a 75% chance first, and then there's a 50% chance of hitting either the tear gas or the flashbang. I would like the tear gas more because obviously skill damage does more, but the shock's not bad too. The shock is not bad. And then moving on, we have a new officer for the Navy, which is basically, I believe, a garrison officer. She's actually made for the aircraft carrier, which is good for me because I actually made one by accident. But let's look at her. 1800 coefficient, standard 25% increase on that. So I've noticed, like, for Navy officers, their coefficiency is pretty high for like Gen 1, for like Gen 1 for them. Because if you translate this goes up to like 2250. If you even look at these guys, like, see, these are not bad. This is what, Gen 4? This is just gonna be Gen 4, yeah, but in terms of Navy, these are like Gen 1-ish, I guess. So HP 40%, and then another 50. Okay, interesting. That's really good, but only for aircraft carriers. I think you could use this, on a... Oh, wait, you actually can't. Oh, ooh, that's bad. Okay. No, wait, you can. I actually lied. So see, like, this is so stupid. Like, look at this. You would think this is only made for that. Aircraft carriers. Just no. Increases the HP of this officer's troop by 40. Just put a full stop here. And, if it's a carrier-based aircraft, you get another 10%. So you could actually use this for sponging when passives come out, which we don't have right now because there's not enough officers to even go around. But we're gonna, figure that out. So Garrison damage 32%, so same as Stinger. 32 is not bad. So she's basically a garrison officer for the aircraft carrier. Okay. And a standard balance skill. Okay, interesting. Attacks from this officer's aircraft gain 4% intensity for every grid. And I think aircraft carriers have like a 6 grid range, if I'm not wrong. So if you look at their range. Oh, where the hell is the range at, dude? 8 grids. Oh my god. Okay, so even if we do like 7 grids, all right, let's do 7 grids. 7 times 4, boys. 7 times 4 is 28, which is pretty nice. But I guess you kind of do need that because of the fact that she has no other damage skills. Like if you look at her damage, you know, like base damage, not talking about skill damage, this is HP. Garrison damage, only 10% damage intensity. So you add another 28 on that. So that's 38% damage intensity. So basically, this is a garrison officer for your aircraft carrier. She will work on your normal troop too. She won't do bad. She actually won't do bad at all. But I think she's made more for the aircraft carrier. So look, you lose this buff. And I think she's decent. She's okay. Pretty interesting that they decided to take something out for the aircraft carrier, because I kind of feel like it was slightly underpowered because of the fact that it was pretty fragile. The range was good. The range was good, but it was pretty fragile in terms of like dying and doing damage. Like it was just pegged to one place and it could only hit from so far. It was good for sniping, but still I'd rather take like a missile destroyer or even like a sub. The subs are not bad. So moving on to the battlefield, Vancouver. So here's a few new things you guys need to know. They have fucked up the restrictions, okay? So if we go down, so legendary is the same, legendary 2 is the same, gold 2 is 1, 2 same, gold 3, star limit is same, but what the hell is this? Why would you cap units back to level 160? I don't get the point. Like, this does help low level players. Actually, this does help low level players, I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna help me out a bit. This is going to help me out a bit. And for, you know, the max star level for Navy is 8.1, which I think should be 8.0, but still, this is fine. This is not bad. And for silver, it's 160 again. I think this is not a bad move. This is probably a good move. Silver 2 is the same. So they basically changed this and that, which is fine. And they also fucked up the walls a bit too. So if we go look at the walls, wall restrictions are below. So till gold 1, there's no like restriction. Of course, you need for the naval, or else you're gonna have like whales with a lot of durability. And gold 3, 130, they made this down. This is 90, silver is 50. So they basically made gold 3 and the league is lower to it, kind of playable for small level players. That's not bad. That's okay. That's decentish. Let me show you guys the map actually. I don't know what this reminds me of like the Ben 10 logo I used to watch as a kid. I don't know how many of you used to watch it, but what the hell is this? What? Okay, so it's gonna be like a semi-land, semi-navy type of stuff. Probably gonna hate this, but there's a weather system too, like in San Francisco. So fine, you know, you get some buffs, cloudy, rainy. Oh yeah, storm. Okay. All right, storm is just, oh my god, minus 90% base damage received. I remember making a video actually while this buff was on and killing someone the same powers. I mean, that was pretty cool. So rainy, foggy, and stormy kind of fuck you over. Building speed, okay. So rainy and foggy is basically the same thing. Stormy is where it gets kind of bad. I kind of understand, but I don't know, weather systems are kind of doo-doo. It's good that they do show you the rewards, actually. I actually like this new thing. They do show you the rewards. Like, you can go up to, like, let's say if I'm in gold 3 and I want to know what I'm going to get for fighting machine rank 1, which is this. I mean, you can see this, you know, later on, but it's good that they merged it. So if I was going to, for example, if you wanted to put push coalition, this would be it. Alliance missions, all of that. I think where's the what's the thingies? Where's the rewards? Yeah, these. So you would see what sovereign rewards are and elite and the normal participation price. So this is pretty neat. I like it. This is something new as well. Operations expertise. So I'm going to go through this with you guys. I have not done these on my own. So we have combat engineering, command tactics, and elite operatives. Okay. So this field allows you to build special buildings. Okay, so like you would in Cairo. Combat drone, you can build a combat drone using reserves at your base, send them to a target. And it's basically suicide bombers with like a fucking drone. Okay. Dealing damage will also be destroyed. Okay. So it's dead after the explosion. Turret, okay. Build anti-air turret or field turret on the map. Okay, so basically how Cairo was. Generous offer. You may receive a daily free training quota that doesn't cost military funds but only uses reserves. Okay, so you give military reserves and get some types of benefits back, I guess. If you go to command tactics, this is best suited for AG leaders. Okay, this is good. Boosting groups endurance and air superiority. All right, air superiority. Does that mean your AG won't get bombed as much? Because you can't make AGs for airplanes. I don't know. Reserve camp. You can build reserve camps on the map to store reserves and military funds of the alliance. Once an army group is formed, the leader can use store supply to train and recruit troops. Okay. So you don't need to, have a good PC and run BlueStacks and emulators and have everyone's account with you. Interesting. Air assistance. When leading an army group, you'll be able to damage enemy air troops using air support. That's pretty cool. That fucks up air mains even more. That's nice. Operational efficiency. When leading an army group, eliminating enemy reserves will earn you extra kill points. Okay, that's good. So this is for AG runners, of course. Let's see all of this. Increases tech research speed. So these are all. I'm not going to get into this because this is going to get really long if I do. But allows air resistance to attack 3 targets. Oh my god, okay. Interesting. I like that. So elite operatives. By choosing this field, you'll focus on developing individual combat skills. So for those whales that want to, go on their own, using heavy firepowers through, okay. Hostile enrollment. When this skill is active, you can enroll a certain percentage of enemy reserves you eliminate in this field. So you can take enemy reserves. Interesting. What the hell? That's kind of cool. Rapid development. You can spend reserves and military funds to instantly max out an inactive group in your base. So this is basically a training buff. All right. Quick rebuild. This is meant for whales. What do you mean, dude? This is meant for whales that want to go on their own and kill. All right. Okay. So this is meant for whales and people who fight on their own. This is meant for AGs. This is meant for players who play turtles and, who want to play defensive, which I'm probably going to do. Or I might do this. I don't know which one to choose yet. But this is pretty cool. I would say this is, a neat touch to the conquest. Of course, we have surprise attack as well. And moving on, I do have something to show you guys if you guys would give me a bit of time. So, boys and girls, as we know, when we are in the water, our base durability is pretty low. So this tip, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably know, some of you guys don't, it's the same as having camp bonuses. Base durability is low in the sea. Everyone knows that. But you can actually get it up. How? If you look at this, he has 1.3 billion base durability in the sea, which is actually crazy. Of course, this is unrestricted, but it's actually crazy. How does this work? If you click at this icon, it's gonna tell you your naval unit force's all-time highest grade is, so and so, and then these are the caps you have. So what I would suggest you do is, this is all-time highest. So if you're running 3 navy units, at whatever cap, scrap them, put them into 1, and then achieve the highest grade which you can. So as you can see, the higher grade we go, these wall limits are really low. So these max out at about XII. So you will get level 32 walls. But for fortified walls, the cap starts from XII as well. But as you can see in legendary, if you push 1 troop to X3, you can potentially get the wall cap up. So what that means is, right now, all of his walls, which are till level 110, actually give his durability in the sea above. But this will be only good for people in unrestricted conquests. In the restricted one, if you go look at the restrictions, look at the wall restrictions for, let's say, goal 3. Max naval base fortification is 40. So you're not going to benefit a lot. This is really good for people who are playing unrestricted. So it's going to boost your durability up by a lot. So even in, let's say, legendary, it's only 70. So because the cap of units in legendary is 8.2, even if you make a troop 8.2 max, it is most likely going to reach a grade, this grade, which gives you enough buff to unlock all your walls. So you should be fine. But if you guys haven't, scrap your units, feed it into one, get it as much high as you can for the most amount of buffs. And the last thing which I want to talk about is the changes which are coming to Operation Athena. So at first, what we used to do is your alliance would make teams. Like, for example, you have in Hegemon, so you would make a team like so. You would get people in, and then you would, start the Hegemon. But in Operation Athena, there was a only 10-member limit, and small alliances in silver or maybe gold like mine, we have maybe 35-40 members at max. We used to struggle a bit because everyone, because when we are in a C3 or we are not in the conquest, we're not online as much. Everyone has a life. We have different time zones, different work, so none of us could be online at the same time. But now what they've done is you don't have to make a team. You can make a team if you want to, but you can queue up as a solo, and then you can get a team which is designed to you with people that are your power level. So that's pretty neat. So you won't have to wait for all of your plays to come on. So for example, we can make 3 teams, okay, and get done with it, and there would still be 5-7 guys left. So those guys can either solo queue, or we can all solo queue to do Operation Athena whenever we want to and get those statues and those resources to help us grow. So I hope all of you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. If you would like, leave your suggestions in the comments down below. Tell me what you think about the new offices that we have. I might make her and test her. She's not bad stats wise, she's not bad, even looks wise, she's pretty good, but her stats are good as well, really good. I would say she would be better on tanks because I'm an artillery player. I don't know if I might get her. I might focus on navy instead, and I might make her because she's basically EOP on the sea, and I would like to help my alliance fight. As always, boys, thank you for tuning in and have a nice day. Bye bye.